Could you just elaborate on some of the common misconceptions about checklists? Like, how do organizations use them properly in their safety programs? I can imagine they could seem overbearing.
Probably the biggest issue with checklists that I've seen other people or industries use is that they take a procedure, they shrink it down, and it's a to-do checklist. But that's not the checklist I inherited. That's not the checklist I use for flying a commercial airliner. My checklist is written in blood. It's very specific on 7 to 11 items. It's past tense, which means I use my memory to conduct my work, my flows, to set the cockpit up for takeoff. It's all off memory. The checklist then goes back and validates. It's QC, QA type checklist, and it only takes 20 seconds to use. If you give people a checklist, a to-do checklist, you're destroying their situational awareness. They're now walking around the well site, they're walking around the construction site, reading a piece of paper, losing essay awareness of what's on around them, which could lead to an incident. And you're supposed to use a checklist in what's called a pause point. It's the low of execution. So you have workload management. When it's real busy, if you give somebody a checklist, more likely than not, they're not going to use it. You're not going to get the buy-in because it's interrupting busy workflows that they normally don't want to use. And so now you've interjected a tool that prevents it from being used. And interesting enough, checklist titles are really important, Peter. Ours are called before takeoff, before BHA going in the hole, before or after checklist. That tells the reader when to use it. So you can see if it says before, you've set everything up before you go to the next phase of work activity, and you're QCing the work that you just did, or also making sure some of the things are done previously before you engage into it.
So why are checklists so effective in your operating world?
So Peter, if you don't mind, I'm going to run you through a quick little drill, okay? Here's what I'd like you to do. I'm going to very simple task. I want you to go January to December as fast as you can, month by month. Are you ready?
Okay.
Go.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Perfect. Love it. That's what we call routine work. And there's also something called System 1 when it comes to making decisions. Okay. You've done it before. You're trained at it. You're very good at it. You've delivered reliable outcome. Now, one more question for you. I'd like you to do it backwards, starting from December to January as fast as you can. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh. This is going to be painful.
Go.
See. December, November, October, September, August, July, June, May, April, March, February, January. Did I skip something?
Love it. Now, you're perfect. But you demonstrated how we work, how we make decisions. That's called non-routine work. And if you noticed, you looked up, which is you had to turn on System 2 is what that's called. System 1 is automated work. You've done it many times driving a car. System 2 is when your system processor turns on. It's your conscious processor. It's slow. It's methodical. It does not multitask. You've probably heard people's conversations about, oh, you can multitask. Others will say you can't. It depends what mode you're on. If you've done the work a lot, you can drive a car and talk on the phone. I'm not saying that's safe, but I am saying that you can do two things at once. I could have thrown you a tennis ball if we were in person. And when you were going January, December, you would have caught it and kept going. Maybe a small hesitation, but you would have kept going. But going backwards, could you have caught the ball?
Nope.
No, you would have had to make a choice, wouldn't you? You're going to forget the ball and continue, or you're just going to catch the ball and then forget their sequence of months. So that's System 1, System 2 analogy. So you asked me why checklists are so effective. System 2 turns on to read a checklist. You have to write your checklist correctly. If they're check, 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 you'll automate the answers and you're not getting the response out of your operating system you're looking for. So instead, you want to challenge question on a status of something. In my case, what is the flap setting? It's not flap set or checked. It is flaps 1, and we verified flaps 1 by looking at the indicator, and there's also a little glass indicator you check to make sure they deployed to flaps 1. And so System 2 is your smart processor. It's your analytical one. It's the one you catch errors on. So that airline operating system we need System 1 for the speed. You notice the time was about twice as long to do System 2 doing it backwards. Yeah. So the airline industry does get measured in time, which is not healthy necessarily, but they depend on System 1 being highly reliable, but the checklist catches or traps a human error because it's a smart processor that's validating the things that could hurt your system or hurt you.